Okay, I went in ahead and added the rest of the doors and the windows according to the plans. Oh, it looks like I do need to fix my windows. They're not all at the same head height. So I'll remind you again how to do that. If you put a window around everything, it's going to highlight everything in your model. If you use this funnel filter, we can check none, just check off the windows, and I can set the head height in properties so that they're all the same head height throughout the project. You see that just shifted all of my windows to the correct head height. Now we are going to have some additional windows up here when we get a little further on in the project. I'm going to wait until after we do the roofs because we don't have the wall area there yet until we do the roofs. So we're going to ignore those windows right there for now and get to them after we get to the kitchens and baths and things like that and the roofs. So the next step here is to start to add the components that are in the bathroom and the kitchen areas here. So I'll start off with the kitchen. We'll zoom in on that area and zoom in on it over here so we can see what we're doing. It's the best way to get started in the kitchen. You can see from the plans that we have a corner cabinet. So you first of all have to decide what kind of cabinet you want to use as the corner cabinet, and then make sure that you start there and then work your way out in both directions. So I'm going to um, click on my plan view, make sure I'm on the first floor plan, and go to components, and I'm going to load. Well, first let's take a look to see what's already here. You can see that I have a corner cabinet here that's a diagonal cabinet, and then I have base cabinets. Well, I want to see if they have a version of a cabinet for the corner that's got a corner instead of a diagonal. So I'm going to go to the components and hit load family. We go into casework and go into base cabinets. Um, that's the same one that we have loaded. What I was looking for is to see if we've got, that's what we want is a built-in, I believe, for that corner cabinet. Um, Maybe not. May not have what we're looking for right now. And what if not, and it doesn't look like they do, we'll deal with it later. So I'll just use the regular base corner cabinet, and then later on in the semester when we get into more customizing, we're going to be loading some family models from outside parties, and we'll probably find a good base cabinet for us to use in that example, or we'll end up making our own. So I'm going to use this corner cabinet, and you see that it comes in, and if I get close to that corner, it kind of pops right into place. If the cabinet's not facing the right direction, just hit the space bar on your keyboard and it will flip around. So there's the cabinet. We can see it placed over there. So let's go ahead and add the next one. Let's do let's try a single. You know what I want is I want to load base cabinets that are shelves, not shelves, but 4 drawers. And we're going to load one of those in here. I think actually 18 is exactly what I want. And then we're going to go get a sink cabinet. So we're looking for base cabinets that's a sink. I don't see it here, so we have to load that again. Casework, base cabinets. One of these is sink unit right here. And I'm going to use, for the sink unit, let's try using 42. Nice wide sink unit, because I'm going to try to find an apron sink as I've shown in the plans. On this side of the sink unit, I think I'd like to load a dishwasher. So let's see if it's already here. It is. Let's get this one. This is a under counter dishwasher. Put that right next to the sink unit. And then it looks like we might have another drawer unit. So let's try 12-inch drawers next to that. And then it appears as though we want to have our range. So let's see if we've already got one loaded. We do. And let's go with the bigger one. Put that in there. And it seems like I'm running out of space, so I'm going to make a little bit of an adjustment. I'm going to go back to my sink unit, and instead of using 42, I'm going to go with 36. And then I can move that over. Move the dishwasher over. Move the drawer over. Move the range over. I can also probably play around with the location of that door. That door could go, way over here, in fact. So the last thing, I want to put another 12-inch, well, it looks like it's about 24-inch. So let's put in, under components, put in 24-inch single drawer base cabinet with a single door. So I'm looking for single door and drawer, and let's try 24 on this side and see if that's going to work. On the other side, we should have perhaps another drawer unit. So, and you can get more creative with this too. There's plenty to choose from that are in the family, so feel free to explore. And I'm going to just do a double door and drawer unit here next to that, just to fill that space and give us some storage. And then this is where our refrigerator is going to go. So let's find the refrigerators, and I want it to be a left-hand swing. So I think that's going to be the right direction. The way that you tell which direction the refrigerator is going, if you select the refrigerator and a line shows up, that's the back of the refrigerator. So we actually want to rotate this 180 degrees. So click on rotate. It will highlight that refrigerator. Click to set the start rotation, and then you can either type in, or you can see what I'm doing is just rotating it a full 180 degrees to rotate that refrigerator. And now I'm nudging it over and up using the arrow keys on my keyboard. So there's the kitchen. Okay, now we've got an island in the center, so I'm going to go back to component and just put in a couple of base cabinets here side by side. Let's do a drawer cabinet in the center, or let's do a 24 actually for a single door cabinet. Keep missing it. There it is. And I believe where the cursor is kind of attached is the back, so I want it turned this way. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do say another one somewhere around here. And it looks like we've got room for a drawer unit. I don't know. So we'll just do something like that. And I'm just going to align those cabinets with each other. So remember that align tool, you click on what you align with. Like, let's do it this as an example. I want this to line up with this. All right, so I'm going to hit align, pick that first, then pick this one. Then I want to align now this with this, so I'd pick this first, then this one. Then keep going down the line, and now you've got it perfectly aligned. This distance I want to be at around 4 feet. So I'm going to use the annotate tool. Annotate allows me to put a dimension on something and see if it's the dimension I want it to be. So I'm going to go from the face of this cabinet to the face of that cabinet and put that dimension in. Then when you select the cabinets, you can type in what you want it to be, and then we can choose to align all of these cabinets with this one. So I'd go back to Modify, click on the Align tool, but this time I want a multiple alignment. I pick on the first cabinet and then pick on all the rest, and now they're all exactly 4 feet away from the face of these cabinets. All these tools come in really handy. I'm going to delete that dimension once I've got that in place. So now what I want to do is put a island countertop on this part, and then a L-shaped countertop here with a sink unit. Let me just move this window over so it's aligned with that. So let's go get those. So we go into Architecture Component, Load Family. Under Casework we have countertops, and I've got an L shape with sinkhole. That's the one I want. I'm going to hold the Control key down and also pick countertop island with just no sinkhole, just countertop island. That way I'm loading both of them at the same time. The software kind of designs or decides which one loads first. Now see how as I hit the space key, this isn't going in the direction I want. So I'm going to put it in the opposite direction, and then I can flip it, which is exactly what I want to do. And this should go to here, the edge of the range. And on this side, it should go to the edge of the base cabinet. And I can make adjustments to where that sinkhole is by selecting the countertop, and you can see that the sinkhole location's at 3'3". Well, I basically want to add 18 inches to that, so I'm going to make that 4 foot, just see what it does. And let's try 4'8". Maybe 4'10". And that looks like that's centered on that sink unit. Now on the other side of this we need another just a countertop, a plain one without a sinkhole. So I'm going to go back to Components, Load Family, Casework, Countertops, and I want just a countertop. And I'll put that right about there, and then I can adjust the length of it and have that go to the other side of the range. And then we need to put the island countertop on the base cabinets in the center. Let's go back to Component. The island countertop should already be there. Countertops, let's see here, island. And as a default, it's at 48 inches. I only want it to be 3 feet. And I want it to kind of match the width here. So now I have this overhang for folks to sit at and have that be an informal dining area. And that looks pretty good. Now upper cabinets are installed the same way. You just go under Component. If you scroll down towards the bottom, you'll see that there are upper cabinets, and if you don't see what you need, you can go ahead and get some from the library. Now with upper cabinets, you do need to be attached to a wall for the upper cabinet to come in properly, and then you can continue and put the rest of your upper cabinets in here.